Hi, I'm Rebecca, manager at the Salvation Army Thrift Store, and I just want to give you a tour of our thrift store here on our South Main location. We try and provide affordable merchandise for families and things even that you might not be looking for, you might find in our stores. So we have ladies wear, men's wear, and kids wear, accessories, shoes. So just have a little look. Swimwear, pants, purses, sweaters, there's kids wear, paintings and pictures. We have linens, bedding, teacups, crystal. Everything's provided by our generous donors.
It's a donation?
It's very random, yeah. It's just whatever's donated, and you might just find your latest treasure here.
Interesting or excellent treasures. Hello, I'm Lynn Wright, and I'm a volunteer at the Salvation Army Thrift Store on Ellis Street. We check pockets, and we check cuffs, and we check to make sure that there's no stains, and then we will hang them. And as we're hanging, we're also going to be separating them by color and by ladies, men's, and children's items, so that when the person is doing the pricing, they can just go at it quite quickly. When I come in, we sign in and we make sure that we're wearing our personal protective equipment. We sign a sheet that we're healthy and able to work. We do that every shift that we come in. And then I go over to the area where bags of clothing and linens and bedding are brought in to us. And I start to sort. So as I'm looking at this, it's frayed. And so that would not be something that we would be able to sell. But what we do is we take an article like this and we'll put it over here. And as these load up, they go into there and they're taken down to the main store and they're recycled. My understanding is that it's the company that purchases those shreds it all, and it's used as stuffing and mattresses and furniture, and so like things don't go to waste, but it is easier if we can put it right out on the floor. We're looking for things that are in good condition, that aren't stained, don't have rips or holes in them, items that are clean. If there's a stain on it, we're not able to put it out because people probably wouldn't purchase it. Some days you have lots of really good items, and then I have other days where I open bags and every single thing in them is either ripped or torn or dirty, and I have to discard all of those, which is really unfortunate. See, if something like this, which has a stain, what I would try to do is see if that's a stain that I could remove, and if it's not, then it would have to as well be recycled. So I will set that aside for the moment. A lot of beautiful clothing that comes in, lots of name brand clothing for all age groups, for seniors, children, ladies, young youth. It's amazing to see how many clothes you could buy without having to go to a regular store, and the prices are fabulous. Little jackets like this are great at this time, of course, spring. And this is a lovely North Face, and somebody's left gloves in the pocket. I've been here just 2 months. I was finding that the isolation of the pandemic was really getting to me, and I needed to be out and around other people. And I was out for a drive one day, drove by the Salvation Army on South Main, and I saw this big sign, volunteers needed. And so I got on the phone, I phoned Rose, she's the coordinator, And they had me set up and in here helping almost immediately. If you're a person that wants to give back to your community, if you're feeling lonely, if you're feeling isolated, please just consider volunteering. Not only does the Salvation Army benefit, but personally, you benefit as a person.
Oh, she's wonderful. We definitely need extra help down here with, the sorting, especially in the summertime with a higher volume of items coming in. People are doing their spring cleaning right now, and we just get a variety of things, and just to have someone help sort it out into categories and have it hung so it's ready to be priced is a huge help.
Normally in the back area, depending on whether or not it's a donation day, there's two of us working, person on the pricing area and myself over in the sorting area. There's times where I'm out on the floor area helping the people out there in terms of sorting some of the racks. But yeah, you get to know the people that are working here, and so you have that contact with folks, which is nice.
The money that we generate at the thrift stores, it goes to help our other programs like the food bank, and we're sending kids to camp. The pandemic has affected, some of the programs, but we're still able to help people locally, which is great. Yeah.
I look forward to it. It gives structure to my week. I come in 2 days a week, Monday and Thursday. I know that during that time, I'm going to be able to be doing something that's giving back to the community, that's going to be staying local, and that just means so much to me.
Hi, this is where we accept the donations on our donation days, and I'll show you around. So this is where everything is sorted. We recycle as needed, sort it. This is where the processing happens, and yeah, we have volunteers and employees that are processing everything, and we're always in need of volunteers that can give a helping hand. So the items are sorted for quality, cleanliness, priced accordingly so that they're affordable, and I'll just show you around. Okay. So shoes, clothing, and we try and categorize everything so that we know the needs of the store, and then we get it ready and move it forward into the store. When you're donating items, if you could consider donating items that are in good condition that someone else could use, and that would save us on our recycling fees and our dumping costs, because we've got a lot of items like dishes that may be broken, clothing that may be stained, just a variety of items that are just no longer working as well, like electronics that are no longer working, we would then recycle. Hardly anything gets thrown away, and even if a damaged article of clothing or bedding, we do receive funds for the recycled items, so that generates income to help us with our other programs.
Unfortunately, I think a lot of people think that everything they have at home we can reuse, but often a cushion that's badly soiled and that we could never sell. So I'm a machinist, a millwright, and I've done that, well, my whole life, and I've worked all over the world doing that. And now I don't really want to do anything like that, but I like being outdoors and I like doing something different. And I've always been like that, where if some other people don't want to do a job for some reason, I'll take it on.
Well, Peter's been with us for quite a while, and he's been helping us with our recycling, and he bales and compacts the recyclable clothes that we can no longer use for. We can't put those items in the store because they're always damaged items. He bales them and he loads them into the trailer. It keeps it nice and neat and nice tidy work area, and he does it with a joyful heart.
I come in twice a week, Thursdays and Fridays in the afternoon. This is the only way I'll get a bit of discipline in my life too, is tell people I'll do something and I'll do it. The women go through all the clothes, any soiled clothes, because we can't sell them soiled or that. So what they'll do is just go through and put them in a pile, and I'll just go through them again just to make sure that they don't put something in there that can't be compacted. I don't want to compact a piece of glass or plastic or something just in case it breaks, and then the next people get hurt. All these clothes aren't sold as per item like they do here. It's sold by the pound. So the more weight we can get in the truck, the better it is.
He's just really happy, and he's loves what he does. He's a team player, so I mean, if we need other help with other items in the warehouse, like maybe moving items around, like taking something out into the store, he helps with that as well.
I mean, there's nothing really to learn, and there's nothing frightening about the machine. It's mainly repetitive work. In about 2 hours, we should be able to do about eight bales. What I do is I roll them around, and it always seems to be a little softer on the bottom. See, and then this one's about 35, 40 pound.
Peter is amazing. We could not keep recycle and keep the warehouse tidy and under control without him. Well, there's so many things that can be done, whether it's baling, helping with linens, helping in receiving. Jobs that may seem small are just so important and really just huge.
A lot of times I wouldn't mind extra people helping because we're just overwhelmed. And like I say, is I can only spend a couple of days here a week, and I know they could probably use twice as much time, especially when they're busy.
We have wonderful volunteers that are helping us in everyday things, and they're like a second pair of hands to us. So we can't be everywhere in the building. They're there doing what they love to do, whether it be sorting books, sorting pricing books, sorting clothing, helping with the linens, baling the recycle. We even have volunteers that come and help us take out the garbage, flatten cardboard, just a variety, and even putting away seasonal items as needed. Just a huge help. I've been working here for 15 years, and I love what I do.
And why do you love what you do?
Because there's such a variety, and there's never a dull moment. There's always something exciting coming in, find objects that you wouldn't find anywhere else, and it just keeps it very interesting. Having 2 locations, I find is really just amazing, like to have that in this town, because people with transportation issues that may not be able to get from one or to the other one can at least access one of our stores and get the affordable items they need. There's a lot of clothes that to be sorted and hung. We have ladies that come in and just specifically to hang the clothes, and we have some of the fellows coming in to the store helping out with putting away seasonal items, upstairs, helping baling the recycle clothing, and testing electronics as well. We're always accepting clothing, linens, books, shoes, purses, knickknacks, kitchenwares, and actually right now there is a need for household items, just everyday essentials, kitchenware, and now coming into spring, we do pack our seasonal items. So if you're donating winter coats at this time of year, we're likely to just put them up in our storage, and then when it gets cold again, then we're bringing all that down. So right now we're unpacking women's capris, men's, women's, and kids' shorts, summer dresses, and anything you need for getting into spring. So if you're doing your spring cleaning, or you're helping your parents clean out their place, maybe they're downsizing, moving into a smaller condo or apartment, They may have something they're not using anymore, and yeah, just give us a call and see if that's something we could be using. It's 250-492-4788.